Matt Murdock will be forced to make a difficult choice. Will his brother Mike Murdock live or die? Well, let's find out together, shall we, as we hop on into the pages of Daredevil issue number 608, shall we? So, as we join the comic, Mike Murdock has taken Foggy Nelson hostage. He knows that his brother Matt wants to erase him now that he knows he's just a reader creation. But, shockingly, Mike kinda likes the whole existing thing, and because he has pretty good knowledge about Matt Murdock and Daredevil's life, he decides that the best insurance policy would be to take Foggy hostage. Even though Matt does show up in the guise of Daredevil, there's very little he can do to stop Mike from absconding with Foggy. It's here, though, things actually start to take a somewhat interesting turn. Mike sets up a meet later for himself and Daredevil, but along the way, his hostage situation actually turns into another hostage situation. Because, and get this, Daredevil recurring foe and all-around Marvel Universe shit-kicker Bushwhacker is running around with his girlfriend when he actually sees Mike and Foggy together and assumes it must be Matt Murdock. Bushwhacker gets the drop on Mike and Foggy, and he would have killed them too if Mike didn't think fast and actually save the two, proving that he can swing Daredevil's cane around and that maybe he's not a bad guy at the end of the day. Or, at the very least, is shown to be quite proficient in saving his own skin. Now, obviously, Daredevil isn't going to meet Mike as he planned. Instead, he plans to set a trap with Reader as well as Frank McGee looking on from a building far away while Matt actually goes to meet Mike. An important thing to know is that even though Mike is aware a lot of Matt Murdock's own personal life and history with Daredevil, he still doesn't know that they're actually one and the same. Mike pleads his case, saying that even if he wasn't real at the beginning of the week, he's real now, he has thoughts and feelings, and that Matt would be in the wrong to simply poof him out of reality. Reader gets tired of waiting for Matt to make his case, and because of that, he swoops on in. Surprisingly, though, Daredevil actually defends his brother, hoping that maybe now that he is real, he can make some real choices and choose to be a good guy. It turns out Matt may actually have had more faith in his brother than he should have. You see, Mike's only gone for a while before he decides to sell out his brother to the Kingpin, Mayor Wilson Fisk, who at first thinks this is all ridiculous. He didn't know that Daredevil had a brother. In fact, Fisk very rightly thinks that this is Murdock playing some sort of crazy joke on him by pretending to be some long-lost brother. Why, that's some crazy shit out of a comic book. However, when time passes and Mayor Kingpin is actually given a chance to truly think this over, he figures that it would be better to have Mike Murdock in his pocket, but he doesn't send himself to go pick him up. No, he sends the magical Hood, who says that Mike and all of the people who hate Daredevil and Matt Murdock the most have a lot to talk about as the comic ends. So that was Daredevil number 608, everybody, and while I think Charles Soules definitely took the path I thought he would, I'm glad that he did, because having Mike stick around as a character sets the stage for some really interesting stuff down the line. Especially now that we know the next big Daredevil arc is going to be the so-called death of Daredevil, to be followed up by a new book called Man Without Fear. So who's going to be left standing at the end of this? I don't know. I also like to think in the greater scheme of Matt Murdock's characterization, the reason that he spared his brother even though he's a construct was Catholic guilt. And speaking of biblical references, with Mike and Matt we essentially have our own makings of a Cain and Abel type thing going on for Daredevil, which should definitely be fun moving into the future. Overall, I'd give this issue an 8 out of 10.
Oh hey there, didn't see you come in. Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. What am I doing? Just trying to keep these outros interesting, I guess. Judging by my analytics, most of you don't actually watch to this point of the video anyway, so I'm basically free to talk about whatever I want. Show off my new sweaters that I'm really proud of. Just, you know, wax poetic, telling you to follow me on Twitter at Cape Joel, follow me at Facebook. Cape Joel, I got a page there. You can keep up to date on stuff that's going on there. You can talk to me directly. That's always fun. I got an Instagram page that I don't push enough. I got a backup channel, the Joel Daily channel, where I do video game stuff, if what you're interested is that. I get the feeling most people just watch me for my comic content, but you know, I figure maybe if I put more work into these outros, make them a little bit more interesting, maybe more people will watch them and talk about them and follow me on social media. That would be nice. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Bye-bye. Oh, and Comic Smack, yeah. Man, I really stayed married to that, didn't I?